It is my pleasure to share this message in celebration of the opening ceremony for Global Diaspora Week 2017. Let me begin by thanking the African Diaspora Network in Europe, the African Perspective magazine, Global Africa, and the Africa-Europe Diaspora Development Platform for organizing this event. Thanks to your efforts, you are bringing much-needed visibility to the participation of diaspora communities within our societies and their valuable contributions to global development. I believe that every nation, community, and group has an essential message of its very own to deliver to the world. Every human being has the potential to make a powerful contribution through the particularity of our experiences, our creative input, our cultural expressions, and our drive for innovation. When we listen to the voices of other cultures and celebrate the depth of our diversity, all of us are enriched in the process. Globalization has brought people from all over the world into closer proximity, thereby increasing opportunities for sharing and relationship building. For this reason, we must ensure that the social and cultural contributions of diaspora communities are included in all of our development policies and programs. They are a valuable resource in the pursuit of sustainable long-term development, particularly when it comes to contemporary issues of pressing concern. Today's world is facing unprecedented uncertainties, and for this reason we must take action together in a spirit of solidarity. Above all, we must maintain our focus on achieving the ambitions of the United Nations Agenda 2030 and its Sustainable Development Goals. These goals offer us the most comprehensive path forward to empower our communities and societies and to create that much-needed synergies between European and African nations. I believe that we must continue to invest in the future of Africa because both Europe and Africa are naturally connected. We have a shared destiny which has always been part of our history and the relationships of our past. We need one another at this time of global transformation, now more than ever before. As the President of Malta, an island in the center of the Mediterranean Sea, at the crossroads of cultures and continents, it is especially clear to us that the future of our regions is interconnected. It is time to take the relationships between our peoples to the next level, always rooted in mutual respect and a common sense of purpose, to move closer to achieving peace and prosperity for all. For this reason, we must take serious measures to address the phenomenon of human movement, which is having such a direct impact on the Euro-Mediterranean region. I believe that our European migration policy must effectively distinguish between refugees and economic migrants and respond to these two kinds of migratory flows with different approaches and well-tailored strategies. Where the issue of refugees is concerned, the European Union has a clear legal and moral responsibility to reach out to people fleeing from armed conflicts and the threats of persecution and discrimination. Moreover, it is time for our European family of nations, working alongside our African brothers and sisters, to develop realistic and effective policies to tackle economic migration. We must focus on the root causes of economic migration, which include the challenges of poverty, precarity, and the repercussions of climate change. Each of these complex phenomena must be tackled in a holistic manner, which should always respond to the universal human rights and fundamental freedoms of the individuals and families who are caught up in processes of migration. This is why we must strengthen our international sense of ownership over the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, not only in European countries, but also among African communities. I believe that the diaspora has the opportunity to act as ambassadors for these goals by taking practical steps to foster an environment of inclusion, of democratic participation, of good governance, and of social and environmental responsibility. Each of these objectives will bring us closer to achieving synergy between Europe and Africa, embracing both within the united mandate of Agenda 2030. Moreover, pursuing legal frameworks for migration will be an important step towards eradicating the scourge of human trafficking and smuggling, which is such a threat to human well-being. Members of the African diaspora are therefore essential contributors to putting into action the full force of our aspirations for a social solidarity approach that creates combined benefits for Europe and Africa. On concluding, let me state that no country can overlook the importance of including the voices, experiences, and the concerns of the African diaspora. The African diaspora must be recognized as a valuable resource and an essential collaborator in the work that Europe and the rest of the world must do to build a culture of positive peace and holistic well-being for the benefit of all the inhabitants of our world. Let us continue to celebrate the strength of our diversity by enabling opportunities for collaboration and enhancing connections among all the stakeholders who are working with and within diaspora communities in different places all over the world.